Installation, very important. When you start opening packaging, read the labeling. So this is V907. That means this is made for the Virtue 9 feet by 7 feet, and this is the next piece, V97E or V9E extension sidewall. So these two is the sidewalls with the seals, with everything what's need to be for the sidewalls. Don't mix these two packages together. Keep them separate. One of the main sidewall, and this is extension. Next two are longer pieces. They are V9 rear gable, and this is V19. It's a front gable. Okay, just don't mix it. Folks, this is about the base, and it's very important when you open the base for 9x14 what to look for. So you got one package right here, that's the main, and this package is extension. So as you can see, extension is a little bit shorter. Somebody open everything all together and they mix them up. As you can see, it's even on the other side. So don't mix those pieces in. You can start assemble greenhouse by mixing them, but then you have to take apart half a greenhouse in order to put it together. So again, this is the main, and it's all packaged like right here. Got its hardware for the corners and everything, and this is extension. Here's a few tips how to make your base level and how to avoid effect when your 0.65, 0.55 and other crossbars that go across the greenhouse. This looks like has a wrong holes cuts. So it's basically what's happened when like two positive corners are lower, either even 1/4, then these two cross, let's say these two higher and these two lower. This is actually create the structure pressure, and made these crossbars go across. Middle one and gasket hanger basket hanger bar shorter. Looks like a shorter. The holes doesn't fit. So in this case, to avoid, I always suggest to use a laser. Green laser is better to see it. And using the laser, you basically make sure everything is the way it should be. Like everything, not use level. Specifically, if you use a larger, if your project is larger. If your project is a lot of larger, so make sure you use this level type of sort of thing laser to avoid self-leveling system. Pretty easy to buy. Home Depot and Lowe's have those. So it's basically all four corners are perfect straight, and right now you make sure diagonally is straight as well. You don't have to fasten this. If you have lots of winds, then you have to fasten the base first to the soil, and then. So right now we don't have a wind over here, it's all enclosed, so we don't care about to fasten this to the ground yet, but that's the customer's responsibility. So thank you. How to mount a greenhouse Climapod anchors. The greenhouse comes with the 9x14 with the 4 anchors. If it's bigger, then more anchors. So in our case, what we do, we are installing greenhouse right here, and our greenhouse going to be ends up right at the corner. So it is optional to use these anchors, but not necessarily. In most cases, we just cut this off right here and use this for the base. Then you just screw the channel, C-channel, by drilling the holes all the way by perimeter. So you don't need to use this thing entire unless you're going to pour the concrete or you have a different type of installation. We're just going to cut this out. Very important, 9x14 has 16 hexagonal bolts for the corners. This washers for the corners as well to make the top stronger. Over here you go with the hexagonal. Right here you go with the next one is going to be inside the other package. These guys go into the side walls. There's the 2 of each bolts, and this is for the base to connect. Just installed the main 9x14 base, and right now we're going to install the extension. So extension, those usually come separate next to extension. 2 of those pieces, you use them on the middle. If you're not going to use the legs, that's mean anchors. If you're not going to use those on the middle, you can simply use these 2 to join 2 bases together. The extensions come with extra bolts. Since you don't use this, you will end up with having some extra bolts, because we, instead of using 6 for this one, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, you're actually going to use only 4. So you're going to save 4 bolts by using these brackets.
Hi, my name is Ryan Bourne.
And I am Danica Bourne.
And we are the owners.
This is for extra anchors that hasn't been used. So ones that we cut, and on the middle we use the braces, and that's it. And we ends up with extra 4 anchors. So we cut this one as well. It's all going to be screwed down, drill it along the wall.